And roll. Rock and roll.
Boom.
Crypto crew. Boom. What is happening, crew? Welcome
We
back to the
are
Sunday Live.
live.
How are you, Dad?
Good, man. Good. Happy Easter to everybody. And yes,
Happy
he
Easter.
has risen.
The good news.
Yeah, that's a good day.
He
So,
was a
funny to me how many.
miracle maker.
Yes, it
Just
taught us a lot.
trying to convince us all that we're also miracle makers.
Yes, we
And
are the greatness of this universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an incredible life he lived, as we all do. Yeah, man, I'm really excited about today's show. I have so much going on. How are you doing, Brent?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I didn't get a whole lot of sleep because I was just having so much fun with all my friends yesterday, and up late the night before. Just the writing was just pouring through me. Just all the conversations that I had with our kind of close friends that we've made through the channel. Um,
yeah,
Shout out to you guys, Landon and Sean and Cody and Simon. I had just amazing conversations with all of you this week, and you guys truly inspire me. And it built up to a point, Dad, where I I've been kind of trying to get back into the writing and just letting it flow, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks like 2 nights ago, and I just sat in bed typing for like an hour. There's just stream of consciousness, the connection that we all have, and I think like the the one of the things I wrote down was like the sacrifice for love. You know, we make sacrifices for things so that we
yeah.
can
Oh, yeah.
advance. And when you make sacrifices in, say, a conversation, you know, to just be a good listener, and to be a co-creator with someone else, you know, help expand the conversation. Um, you know, you show appreciation for that person that you're speaking to, and
Yeah.
that's same vibration, same identity as love. Um, so
Appreciation. Yeah.
let's always have that kind of conversation, everybody. Let's keep that conversation going with each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciation is one of my favorite words, as most people know who know me. I just noticed I have a vacuum cleaner in the shot right here. So, that's kind of cool. In case you're wondering what that
looking good, sir.
was. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, appreciation, Brent. Well said. That's
Mhm.
it's so big. It's big. The love word is so misused, and so I don't know about misused, but so oftenly used, if that's even English. But
Yeah,
yeah, appreciation is real because it's beyond just oh, I like something. No, I actually appreciate you or what you're doing or what you say or what you think or what you believe, or I appreciate the differences in the opinions of the two of us as much. All of it is, appreciation can be anything. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Happy Easter, everybody. Keep
Happy
getting a bunch of
Easter,
those.
everybody.
Yeah, man, this is awesome.
Landon,
Wasn't
great
sure.
chat this week, bro. I was just talking about you.
Yeah. That's Northern Living to the
Uh-huh.
insiders.
We got Melissa and Bobby in the house. We got that farmer from Pennsylvania, from the
Yeah.
most beautiful land in this great country.
Yep.
Atlantic, we love you, bro. Keep up the good fight. Arguing with Dad about crypto here
Yeah.
on this beautiful Easter Sunday.
Always.
My dad and I have argued about crypto, and both of us are the guys who, I mean, we drink all the punch that was available at the crypto party. You know,
Yeah.
So it's just even when you both are in it, there, how it's going to play out. And we've had some great back and forth over the years. So yeah,
Yeah.
just show dad some crazy stats. Just, hey man,
And,
this is the new gold standard. Just go look it up.
yeah.
You got this. I believe
and
in you,
and
dad.
and thankfully I was always right and you were always wrong in all
Yeah.
those conversations. So we we finally got that sorted out. Uh,
Yeah.
no, man, it's been this for me. You were mentioning this before we went live, Brent. There's an energy about this week, and I don't know what it was or is. I still feel like I'm in it. I just feel like success is with me. I just feel like we're there now, and I have this. I get a. I talk about this all the time, but I get a lot of grief when I make videos and I mention the word Bitcoin because the army really doesn't care much for it. But
Yeah.
and I did in that last video, I got a lot of people just saying, dude, I thought you were an XRP guy, man. And it was like, I think what I'm feeling now is the acceptance of Bitcoin is Bitcoin, right?
Mhm.
Ethereum is Ethereum, XRP is XRP. But there's no denying now that Wall Street stuck a stake in the ground and said, yeah, Bitcoin, done, good, we got it, we understand the technology. So now it's up to you and I to further the knowledge to the people to say, look, they put the stake in the ground with that one over there. You might want to get out ahead of what they're doing next, which is XRP. That's the whole thing here, guys. Like when I talk about what has happened with Bitcoin, I had a great oh man, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
I had a great conversation with a lady who sent me an email, and she goes, look, I'd really like to have a chat with you because you're the only person that ever talked about Signature Bank and we all lost our jobs and we weren't insolvent. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Okay. So I gave her my number and she and I talked last Thursday, and I was laughing because I was like, how did you even find my channel? She goes, oh, well, I started learning about ISO and this and that, and it led me to Ripple, and that led me to XRP, and then your channel came up, and many other channels have come up about XRP. So I thought, wow, and then I watched one of your old videos, and it was about Signature Bank, and you were spot on. You were totally spot on. Like the whole media threw us all into the bus, and we weren't insolvent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I had a great conversation with her, and I said, so you've been out of it since then, right? Have you been unemployed, or because she told me she lost her job?
Mm.
And I said, well, the bank that took you guys over, New York, whatever it was, they took the old assets of Signature Bank and they made a mockery of that. So now they're down. Now they're about to close their doors. And I said, you guys weren't even insolvent. I don't even understand how those people are losing money when there wasn't any money lost. And she goes, it's bad, Alan. It's really, really bad at the top because they're all grasping for what they can, and they're trying to maintain an income stream at the level in which they were. And we can't because money costs you money now. And it used to be free. It used to be zero interest. And now money costs you money, and they can't corrupt and come up with dumb ideas and fund them like they used to. So I could have spoke with her for 2 hours. I said, I think she was going to be on the live stream. She probably won't mind me telling it. Her first name is Cindy. Maybe I shouldn't even have said that. You guys probably look her up. But anyway, don't look her up. Well, anyway, she doesn't work there anymore. So I'm going to I had, as soon as I got off the phone call with her, I had like 10 questions just came out of my mind, and I just wrote them all down. I'm like, okay, next time I chat with her, I'm going to ask her a bunch of these. So, yeah. So much good stuff happening in cryptos, guys. It's a
Yeah.
time to be in crypto, period. You
Bingo,
guys are
bingo,
about to
bongo.
nail it. Are you friends even talking about it yet, Brent? Or do they just humor you?
No, no. I'm still sparsely bringing it up, especially when we have, a live chat or after I get off one of your videos, and it's just like, the thoughts are flowing. I had a few chats with Cody this week, and it was just this incredible energy discussion with crypto in there, and it just it's just this amazing snowball. When you jump into the right kind of thing, um, and I had a great chat with Sean this week too. We're just trying to expand, uh, into like what XRP is going to do, and how like that how massively expansive XRP is going to be on the planet. Like
Yeah.
you're in the right thing. Okay, if you don't think we're cool
Yeah.
with XRP, okay, like it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. The possibilities there. She's probably going to be on other planets someday. It's it's that it's that
Yeah.
amazing of a project, and we've talked about it a good bit. It's kind of been a slow burn, getting it going, but I think that's a huge positive. And when you're involved with the players that they're involved with in this chess game, um, you have to do it right. I don't think there's any margin for errors.
Yeah.
Really on any of these projects, and so just do it right. And I want to see a true decentralized, fast blockchain network at the end of this thing. Whatever that looks like, with the budding of the AMMs and all the different ways that countries are going to adopt it and people are going to own it. Um, I
Yeah.
hope with these big ones. You spoke a lot in your last video, Dan, about Bitcoin too. It's they're these things are still evolving and getting better and using the tools that other projects have innovated, and
Yeah.
that can be voted in and written in, and so it's going to be
It's
amazing to
huge.
see what happens. This thing is far from. It's just barely getting started off the starting
Yeah.
line.
The stuff I read about what they're going to build just on Bitcoin, like I said it in my last video, oh yeah, well, it's just going to be the old dinosaur that is just a storage of wealth. No, they are like the stuff I heard them talking about that they've already implemented. They've already done it. They just haven't connected it to Bitcoin yet. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this, guys. Multiples faster than Solana. And it's completely peer to peer. Just think about that for a minute. That wasn't even the big idea, but just think about how big that is. Okay, the speed of Solana and peer to peer from everybody's phone to everybody's phone. Essentially, you send me a text, I send you a text. From that point on, we have a UL number, and that number will connect with each other for life. Done.
Yeah.
That's happening on the blockchain of being built right now on Taproot, which is Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody thinks Bitcoin's dead. It's like, no, man, like we don't understand how important all of these coins are going to be. Like I keep talking the top 20. There's going to be massive in the future of man. And we all just want the number to go up. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for people to wrap their head around where it's coming. But when you like, I'm a geek that way. I love hearing about what's coming next.
Yeah.
What's coming next? What's in it for us next?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really my focus. I don't really care what the news is today about, okay, this company did. I mean, I talk about it because everybody does, but
Mm-hmm.
I love all of it. Where we're
Yeah.
going.
Just
Yeah.
loving research lately.
Yeah.
Some of the projects the
Yeah.
crew mentions, it's just like you look into them and you're like, wow, they're doing
Yeah.
that, and that. Whoa, whoa.
And one of the things that a lot of people really miss is this is a big picture now, so stick with me on this. One of the things a lot of people miss is you can't. You shouldn't say you can't, but it's very difficult for you to bust into the top 10 of cryptos. Okay. Cool. If you're a meme coin, yeah, dog with hat, whatever. Okay. I get it. Right. But what I'm talking about here is like the structure. It needs tens of billions of dollars, okay, to get implemented to where the fat cats and the VCs, the venture capital groups go, oh yeah, let's write $100 million check for that tomorrow. You can't be dog with hat, okay? You just like, you need to be Ripple, right? And
Yeah.
I'm even going to call, I know a lot of people are upset about this next statement. I'm even going to say Cardano isn't big enough, right? Yet. You need to be Ethereum, you need to be Ripple, or you need to be Bitcoin network right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not playing the big guy game. Now, there's a lot of VC money in Solana, so I can't really say. I would say Solana is probably there too.
Mm-hmm.
But what's coming? My next video that I'm shooting, or one of my next videos, is the. Okay, I went down that road for a couple of videos, 2-3 videos ago, about the market makers. Okay, the quality of the investor who is currently buying Bitcoin is off the charts, guys. This isn't the day like when I first got into it, you would bring a wad of hundreds to Starbucks and he would send it to you from your phone and you'd give him cash. That's how far we've come in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
The investors who are in crypto now are big players. And the big players don't want to hear about that. I know this saddens a lot of people. They don't even want to hear about Ripple right now. They don't, I mean, they do. They kind of want to know if they're involved in banking or finance. They do. But if they're just a big oil conglomerate, they're like, I'll stick with Bitcoin for now. That's where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And yet people don't want us to talk about Bitcoin because, so many people love XRP, but it's like, well, you do know it just surpassed silver and it just surpassed, Facebook and net value. It's the 9th most valuable thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Wall Street, $1,000 suits are buying Bitcoin. Not dude with flip-flops, you know what I'm saying? And it's changed. It's evolved. And I don't know what, here's the thing I said to Cindy the other night, because I bought a bunch of XRP. Do you think I'm good? I'm like, yeah, you are. I said, why don't you own any Bitcoin? She goes, oh, well, I'm a banker, so I don't really understand all that. I don't know how it works for banking. And I was like, yeah, okay, I get that. But here, let me just say something to you real quick. For $700, you can own 1 million Satoshis. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. I'm like, and I'm thinking almost everybody in our chat can afford $700 if you space it out, right? That means you own 100 or 1 million Satoshis. So, okay, that's cool. I said, now let me just give you a little brain flash real quick. 15 years ago, not even 15 years ago, Bitcoin was 0.0008. You know what a Satoshi is today? 0.0007. So a Satoshi today is the same price 15 years ago a Bitcoin was.
Wow.
Just wrap your head around that for a minute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have not billions of dollars headed towards crypto, trillions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to give a prediction as to how crazy this is all going to get. What I am trying to say is you're thinking you're too late on Bitcoin. 99% of the people that don't own Bitcoin right now are thinking they're too late. That's why everybody got on the hate train and said, "Oh, I hate Bitcoin. I'm just going to make my millions in XRP."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm cool with that because you're probably going to make more money in the long run. You probably will. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't own any Bitcoin at all, like because you think it's $70,000, that's a bad play. I call that a bad play. I'm not a financial investor advisor,
No.
but that I would call that a bad play. Like I wouldn't want to go to sleep not having both bases covered, because that's why our show focuses on these two coins, XRP and Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a humanitarian level, I like Cardano, but like,
Mm-hmm.
hello, you got to own the two big players in the arena because they're fighting, or they're not fighting each other. They do different things.
Yeah. Man, I really liked your point you made on the last video, Dad. It was, I'm gonna try to expand on it too. Like, it's the scarcity of it, where like once upon a time it would have taken how many bitcoins to buy your farm when you guys bought it? A lot.
28,
28.
I think it was. Yeah.
And now
Like
it's four. And someday, to my dad's point, it will be one. And
One
it was weird the way I thought about it kind of this last year is like, okay, with a Bitcoin you could finance a brand new Tesla, or pick any, $40,000-$50,000 car of your choice. Now, essentially today, you can finance two of them in that time.
That's right.
When you start thinking about that and take the idea of one of your dollars, and you can either divide that by infinity. That video was essentially about CBDCs. So you're giving your crypto, you're giving your assets, you're giving your dollars away to infinity, to an abyss, or something that is scarce like Bitcoin, where there's only 21 million of them. Millions of those probably not recoverable.
Yeah.
And a process in which the reward becomes less for mining. And another point I loved of yours, Dad, is people for some reason poo-poo proof of work, and how that functions. I think this whole thing happened, and the light bulb went off for me when I understood proof of work and the need for that to exist for a truly decentralized project.
Physicality of it.
Physicality. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only kind of thing I grapple with proof of stake. It's like, okay, who created it? Who's releasing it? How are they releasing it? How much are they saving for themselves? How much are they setting aside for the government? Who are they in bed with? All that kind of stuff. And so, to just totally dismiss and take any proof of work project. I just don't quite get that. I'd rather know how all the pieces on the chessboard work. Especially the important ones. The queens
Yeah.
and the bishops and the rooks. Like
It's it's really
it's
important to have both,
weird.
you know. I mean, they do have a totally different outlook, and their creations is totally, you know, I mean, literally, when you have a proof of stake, you've created all the coins out of nothing, right? I mean, and
Mhm.
I know Bitcoin kind of does the same thing, or other proof of work things, but you have to create them from a calculation, right? It doesn't
Mhm.
just, oh, well, me and my buddies, created Ethereum in this closet, and here you get 1 million, you get 10 million, you get 5 million. It kind of reminds me of the Dumb and Dumber movie, right? When they're walking up the stair, you get 100, you get 100, you get 100. And it's like, well, where did they come from? Well,
Yeah.
they didn't take a lot to create. That was just a concept, which
Mhm.
is cool, but why can't those concepts be duplicated? Well, that's the beautiful physicality of proof of work that changes that equation. I want to address one of the
Yes.
questions up here. I don't recall who wrote it, but somebody said, well, uh, what's going to keep all the institutions from owning all the Bitcoin? Well, nothing other than shows like this one. I've been telling my son for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now,
Yeah.
you don't sell your Bitcoin. Well, I don't understand it. Then, like my wife likes to say, then it's just a pet rock. It's like, no, that's not just a pet rock. You're going to borrow against it because it's going to be the supreme collateral of the planet. And they're already talking like that right now. People
Yeah.
like Larry Fink get it. Finally, he got it. And he's like,
He's
oh my
bullish.
God, this is
He's
the ultimate.
bullish.
Yeah. It's the ultimate collateral. Like, you're going to be able to borrow against it, loan against it. And, people are going to pay you to allow you to use it. Like, this was years and years ago. There was a coin called Populus, and a lot of people probably don't even remember it. But Populus's concept was exactly that. You would use your coins, and people would use them for collateral so that they could write payroll checks, and then they would pay you back for the use of the forwarding of the money. Well, that's what it's all turned into. And this is coming for everything that has anything to do with banking. That's why they don't like it. They don't like any of it. I see we have Simon in the house, dropped by.
We do. What's up,
Tony.
brother? We got Crypto Mountain Man.
Yeah.
E-Tech, welcome in. Brady Cat Tony.
Alchemist is always
Alchemist.
here. Fink controls BTC. Ergo, Fink controls crypto. That's real power. He doesn't control Bitcoin. That's the beautiful thing. And he never will. And that's what I'm trying to say. You're already able to borrow against your crypto, but not. If we can hang on to enough of the Bitcoin or enough of your crypto for the next 2-3 years, we're going to get past the point where you're going to be able to borrow against it. And only a fool would allow it to slip out of your hands and go to the institutions. Yeah. But conceptually, got to remember, guys, everybody in crypto up until now is, I don't want to insult anybody, but they're not home run hitters. You know what I'm saying? They're not, they're not, there's a lot of swinging and missing going on here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like, they think they made 10 times their money and they made 150 grand in a year and they're rich. Coin gone now. Coin gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Here,
Hold.
take my little
Hold.
CBDC and give me your sweet little real coin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my true fear of
Yeah.
CBDCs, and I try not to live in fear. But that, they, like you said, Dad, they'll mandate it, that we have to use it,
Yeah.
limit the amount of, transactions, or tax it very, very heavily when we go from wallet to exchange, or, um, back and forth. However, we have to register, code it, like that all shakedown for your, here, let me have your real assets, and you can
Yeah.
have this. You can have not the 21 million now. You can have the infinity symbol.
That's right.
That's control. And
Yeah.
that's it's just the other side of the spectrum of decentralized community trustless system that
That's right.
we get to trade with each other on.
Yeah.
So this, like, peer to peer, awesome. I mean, if we can get to a place with particular coins, tokens, blockchains where we can trade one to one, and we can kind of skirt it, like you said, Dad, hold on it
Yeah.
as much as we can for the next 3 years, and get over these humps. Woo!
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the ability that we'll have to not just acquire more assets, but leverage, borrow, lend.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. We're going
Ed,
to be a part. We're going to be a part. We are part of these things.
yeah, we are. Edward's got a question I get a lot. You keep talking about Bitcoin, but the utility goes, does it have, and aren't the fees high? Okay. Okay. This is something that a lot of really, how do I put this on a basic level? A lot of people really mess this one up. Okay. Is gold fast? No. Is it secure? Not really. Is it valuable? Very. Why? Because it can be safe, it can be secure, but we all know it to be money. We all know it to be sound. We all know it to be something. Okay. And now, like we said, the banking world, Wall Street, and everybody has put the stake in the ground and said, yep, we agree. The technology that secures Bitcoin, okay, keeps it safe and secure, is impenetrable, right?
Hmm?
That's what the other fast coins don't have. They don't have, okay, sure, they have liquidity. Yeah, they can move stuff around. Solana is really fast. XRP is amazingly fast. It's all really cool. Are they safe? Today they are, but are they moving $15 trillion a year like Bitcoin did last year? No. So you don't need to buy I say this all the time, a Starbucks coffee with your Bitcoin. It's for collateral. It's going to be, governments are going to trade it about as often as they trade gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's not meant to move. Like I say all the time, if you own the sports club in your town or your city, basketball team or whatever, okay, you don't sell a little bit of your basketball team for a Starbucks coffee. You just don't do that. So everybody really messes that one up, okay? XRP, on the other hand, is the transaction speed security that, is it secure? We don't really know, to be honest, because it hasn't been tested to $15 trillion a year. I think we're at 50 billion last year. I think we hit 50 billion in transactions with XRP last year. So we don't really know yet, but we do know that it's lightning fast and it's dirt cheap. We know those two, but it's not really meant to be the money. It's not meant to, let's just collateralize all our XRP. It's the transactional speed and ability of it. That could change in time. That could change in time. Yeah.
Yep.
But XRP is going to move most of the money on the planet, including the Bitcoin, guys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
going to move gold. It's going to move cars. It's going to move ships and planes and,
All the currencies.
trust funds. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's going to do all of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Thunder. It's also yeah. It's also an XRP party. We're
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
yeah.
Lee's put it great. It's one's a money and one's a currency. We talk about that all the time in this show, but a lot of people don't get that. Isn't it slow and isn't it expensive? It's a million times faster than gold. So let's just start there. And way cheaper too, by the way, because you got to get somebody to transport gold and you have to get somebody to watch it, make sure nobody stole it and make sure it's the real thing. All of those things are not necessary any longer with Bitcoin. And I'm not a Bitcoin maxi.
No.
Man, I get accused of it all the time too. It's hilarious. I actually heard a very prominent, probably the most prominent XRP channel out there accuse a man who has 30 different kinds of coins of being a Bitcoin maxi. And I have not listened to the man's show since. I'm like, you're the one spreading that crap, right? Mm-hmm. You must be the guy. And I haven't listened to that guy's show since. And I'm not even going to say who it was, but anyway.
We can guess.
I was done with it. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you say that? Like, does it make you feel better? Or just, let's get the army to hate everybody who likes Bitcoin. Oh, okay. Really? That's the world you want to live in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Frady Cat's a Bitcoin maxi. Hey, it's not a bad place to be right about now. You sort of look at XRP and it's still at 60 cents.
Frady's a blockchain maxi. That's
yes.
Yeah.
Blockchain maxi, yeah.
That is, yes. What it does is still fascinates me. I love XRP too. You have been found out and it's all over.
Yes. The slave, I came out of the closet. I'm a maxi. Yeah. I'm out. I've been outed.
We downed all the Kool-Aid. So we gotta make up another batch just so we can have some more for ourselves.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? I got the jokers in here.
Nice.
In or out? Come on, go. Stay down.
The mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience. A process that cannot be understood by stopping it. We must move with the flow of the process. We must join it. We must flow with it. I keep reminding myself of that every day. It's a line from the first Dune movie. That's my very favorite part.
That's the Bruno man.
Because it's just being in the flow and co-creating together is what's just been on my mind. And the fact that we're all in this blockchain community and ecosystem together, and we are the nodes and we are the holders. And I think if you asked any of us individually, my guess is that we all want this thing to be prosperous for everybody. And prosperous being helps build communities. It helps trade. It helps borderless payments. It helps all these things that we brought up with Bitcoin, but all the others as well. And I love my dad's point every time he says it. It's I'm not going to want to buy coffee with my XRP. Probably will happen, here and there. People might do that, but I just don't. I don't feel like that's what I'm going to want to do. I'm going to want to use some other form of payment maybe something else on the side that I'm staking. Who knows? Something that we're is even more um, easy to use to create and build an income on the side. And that's
Yeah.
when those types of things really start propelling, where we're not just hodling price go up, please share them with us, everybody, so that we can share them with the community and we can all do this
Yeah.
thing. We can make a living on it. We don't have to sell it, right? We want to expand our minds and expand ourselves past the I gotta sell my asset if I want any profit out
Right.
of this thing. That's just that's playing the old game. And what do we know about people playing the game? We tend to lose, and laws get written, and things get passed, and right in the middle of the game. And this time we have the chance at something really special, and we have the chance to be first in line at the door. I mean, some of us have been in here way longer than my dad. I talk to people, dad, where they've been in crypto for a decade,
Yeah.
and I thought about buying Bitcoin 10 years ago, over 10 years ago now, and it's just it's so massive. Like that was another thing that kind of came out of this week, just talking to everybody is, and I didn't even really spur this along in the chats. I mean, I was listening and trying to add, but just how massive this thing is. And I've been talking to you about it's money touches literally everything. And
Everything.
Bitcoin's going to be gold standard, and XRP is going to move all the currency, you know,
Yeah.
tradable assets in the world. It's like,
Yeah.
can there be anything bigger than that? We're talking about
Yeah.
fire, cell phones, and, you know, well, so you used to have CD players, and you used to have, calendars, and you used to have maps, and then it went to this, right? Just one device that fits in your pocket, calculator,
Yeah.
everything right here. And that's when you dig into projects like XRP, I feel like especially, it's just so expansive what they've done. You need a Venn diagram to look at it all. And Dad and I are lucky enough to have friends and crew members and people who send us stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's so cool to see how expansive these projects are going to be, to where as they incorporate all these different ways of innovations, they're going to be one-stop shops
Yeah.
themselves.
For sure. Yeah.
They could be currency. It could
Yeah.
be. I heard a great theory by a crew member recently that was, XRP could be, it could essentially, tokenize, lend out to the countries in the world.
Oh, it will.
You're
It
putting out
will.
enough to support each country each month, and depending on how much you have, right, how much you get.
Yeah.
And man, it's just gonna be it's gonna be nuts. This thing
Yeah.
is nuts. I heard somebody this week, Dad, going off. It was a radio show. They're going off on XRP, like, price no move. It no do nothing, man.
Yeah. I
This
know. Yeah.
this cat is totally brain dead. Okay, this thing is
Right.
toast, man. And
Right.
I'm just sitting
Like,
there like, yeah, keep
yeah.
keep thinking that,
Yeah.
until it literally, melts your face off like you're in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And I hear so many great channels say that about XRP though. Well, it's kind of a dead project. I haven't really looked into it much, and they don't have much news, and there isn't much happening. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, and Amazon just sells books. Okay, that's where you're at, dude. That's what you're missing. You're back in the day when, oh, that's just a bookstore. Okay. Because
Right.
when this thing lights off, it's just going to be a Roman candle. I don't know who it was up in here asked. I was almost insulted by it, but we won't go there. Somebody said, since you've turned a Bitcoiner, turned into Bitcoiners. I was like, come on, man. My first 5 shows were about Bitcoin over 2 years ago. And then I've owned Bitcoin since 2017, like January 2017. Okay. So let's just back up a little bit. But and then they were asking, what do I think XRP is going to go to? I talk about this all the time. This bull run, it's going to be $15 minimum. This bull run within a year. Now it could be way higher than that. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's going to hit that number. It's clear as day to me. So yeah, if that matters to you, if that number changes your life in any way, good for you. But I know that number's coming. So like, I know this project is so big that all of those channels that are have fallen asleep on XRP are going to be the ones that are going to go, wow, that's crazy. Look at XRP. It's $15 now. Oh, well. And they're not going to understand that $15 is the starting gate. This thing is going to go to $1,500. And then they're going to be like, oh, well, gosh, who would have known that was going to happen? Right. Mm-hmm. Like the one that I'll tell you, the one, guys, that got away from me, and I knew it. I knew it was going to be the coin, was the Binance coin. It was $10. And I told Elizabeth, my wife, I said, $10. This thing's going to $500. And she's looking at me. It's just an exchange. I don't know. Maybe, this and that. And like, I'm laughing. And now it's $500. And all of these who have a good utility and a reason to be are going to go somewhere. Should we answer Ghost Money?
Yeah.
He's asked the same question.
We're talking about Ghost Money.
That's what we're talking about.
You're an OG Mac or a player.
He's a brother from yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's up, Pablo?
Pablo.
So Ghost is on here. Yo, crew, do you think it's wise to invest in coins built on top of XRP Ledger or XRP side chains? Zehao.
Go ahead, bro.
Found some good ones. Yeah, man, anything that's involved with XRP, I'm trying to look at it. That people like you and the crew really fired me up about Flare. And I got into that, man, and I was like, dude, this is all good, baby. This is like anything that they're gonna, anybody they're gonna partner with or use in the ledger, I'm looking at it.
So my answer would be no, not for any other reason than what I said in the video not long ago. Remember, I'm older than you are, dude, by about 40 years, I think. So like, you're in a different position. You can take risks. You can make more of those kind of, hey, let me just put $500 on this thing. When it goes to zero, no big deal, right? I want to stick with the coins that have a function, a utility, a use case, something that I know banks are going to need that coin. That's what I talk about when I talk about the top 20. Is all kinds of people buying, again, dog with hat, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not that guy. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do your research and check it out. There are so many thousands of new projects, and I hate to sound like the old guy in the room again, but I stick to the fundamentals and I stick to what I know. They have not. XRP has 900 employees. They're in 50 nations. That's a sound investment. Okay. That's an investment. The other ones, yeah, if you want to play around with 1%, 2%, 5% of your portfolio, I'd say, yeah, only after you really research it, check it out. I don't know who, I heard the news briefly. I didn't even pursue finding out information about it. I just didn't. But you should look into it, because in particular, if you like taking those 1 and 2 and 5% risks in your portfolio, yeah, if it's built on XRP, I'm down with it. You know, or RippleNet, it makes sense to me. Sure, great.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like all the projects coming out of Solana right now are just blowing up. They have the hot hand. When RippleNet and XRPL becomes the hot hand, those coins are going to blow up. Yes. Are you going to have to wait? Yeah. Because like we said in the show, right now, we're not even talking about anything built on anything else right now. We're just not. It's Solana all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even talking about Ethereum projects. So, but you could wait a long time. It's sort of how I feel about XDC. It's like, that's a great investment because I know what they're going to do. But the bottom line is that thing is not going anywhere for this. I don't think it's going to even move this bull run. Just a guess. But it's something you're going to want to own when it does. So sorry I didn't answer the question point blank. I think I did. No, I wouldn't personally own it. I wouldn't buy it. I'd rather, this is something I meant to say about Bitcoin that I didn't say earlier. Bitcoin at $70,000 is a better investment than it was at $15,000. And almost everybody in crypto thinks that's the worst statement they've ever heard. But it is. It's a better investment today because of the people who are now buying it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to stop. At $15,000, the people who are buying it might just quit and go on to the next donkey coin.
Mm-hmm.
That's invaluable, guys. That's invaluable.
Yeah.
What's happening to Bitcoin?
Staying power.
Yeah, we don't know that the Ethereum ETF is going to fly. We don't know if the XRP ETF is going to be the next big thing. We don't know yet, but we know that one is. That's not maybe anymore. I mean, the largest retirement funds in the world are putting money in that thing. Yeah, it just that's a no-brainer, guy. People's paychecks, like, I don't know if you guys know this, starting at the end of this quarter, okay, the end of April, we're going to know everybody who bought ETFs for the last quarter. It has to be released. That information has to come public. So we're going to know, hey, this retirement fund, that fund, this group, that group, all bought $1 billion worth of ETFs.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you know that, and we all know that, I think that number is going to be double what it is today.
Yeah. When you've got Larry Fink on Fox News gushing about it, when bullish comes out of his mouth, and yes, and, you know, the look of a man tickled pink, I'm excited to see more numbers on that. I've been trying to look them up. We had a comment, April 8th, XRP or Ripple's incorporating Axelar, right? I believe that's what's going on that you all were talking about. This is from their site. Ripple and Axelar Foundation partner to enhance XRP ledger's interoperability across blockchains. They said 55 plus connected blockchains. Axelar's cross-chain security approach is founded on permissionless proof-of-stake validation with risk mitigation layers, including validator security policies and contract limits on how much can be transferred over a time period. Axelar Network's integration with XRPL aims to bolster the XRP Ledger DeFi ecosystem by providing essential liquidity for stablecoins and large cap assets. Developers will also be able to capitalize on the XRP ledger's built-in features, such as the native DEX or decentralized exchange, the upcoming AMM, market maker, and the payments system recognized for its security and efficiency. Additionally, it will help facilitate the deployment of cross-chain cross-chain decentralized applications directly on the XRP ledger. Beyond traditional asset bridging, Axelar delivers what they call GMP, general message passing, a feature that expands XRP Ledger's functionality, enabling developers to execute function calls on smart contracts residing on 55 plus connected blockchains. This capability ensures the secure cross-chain exchange of a wide array of payloads, including both data and function calls, via Axelar's GMP or general message passing. Connectivity, interoperability.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's market movement or not on that. I believe that's what's being done on April 8th.
Yeah,
So
and
we'll have to see, but
it's also the eclipse, guys. Ooh, spooky day. Okay, I want to talk about that. I kind of talked about it in my last video, but I want to go through this in a little more detail. Somebody just posted this. I'm tired of the old Swift system. Someone from he was in Oz, I believe.
yeah, Daryl.
I agree.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah. One of the things that really annoys me is that old system wants to hook themselves to our new train. And this is one of the things I really, really, really don't like about Ripple. Ripple's trying to become the new train. I get it. I got it. They're going to make a lot of money. They're going to make billions, trillions of dollars. Okay. They are. And anybody who owns XRP is going to get stinking rich. But they're also enslaving many, many people into the old banking system with a new coin. Period. There's no other way to look at that. They're night and day hanging out with the WEF. That's their whole plan. Okay, this ISO 222, despite what you think or what you like about it or don't like about it, it's going to make your coins go up in value massively. Yes, but it's the same old thing, same old dog, different haircut. That's all it is. And it's more enslavement, more entrapment. And they're going to run a CBDC through the whole thing. I'm not guessing on any of this. I read it from all these banking materials. It's in all of it. Mm-hmm. All the banks want to save their tail from decentralization by hanging their hat on a coin or a project that they can say is decentralized when it's completely centralized. Their use case of it. I'm not saying Ripple or XRP is centralized. I'm going to say their use case of that tool is going to be completely centralization. That's what's happening, guys, period. So if the old banking system makes it, XRP is going to go crazy, crazy, crazy. If the old banking cartel fail, which is 99% not likely, then your future of money is going to be something like Bitcoin or something else, but it's not going to be that. So that's why when people ask me, why do you have them both? Because I cover both bases. That there's the two families at the top, and they're deciding who's going to control the world, and one of them is far more decentralized. That tells me it's probably not going to win. Bitcoin's probably not going to win as the monetary system in the world. I just don't believe it will. But I think it'll always have value going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who got
Hang on.
rich during the gold rush? The one who sold the spades. XRP is the spade. I love that, Leo. XRP is the spade. So good. Slave, I love it. It's all about the plumbing. Yep. Yeah, Randall, use CBDCs and eat the bugs and build our bunkers and keep them stocked with cat food. Blockchain, baby. That's what we're all about here. We're not homers. We swear it, but we do love to study and understand Bitcoin and how it's going to change the way we look at assets, the way we look at the exchange of value. Um, it's it's in that regard, those two things are similar to me, XRP, and it's just going to be fascinating how many ones and zeros flow to it, and then how those ones and zeros flow. Um, this is a different system, and the trouble with CBDCs. I used to talk about this a lot. The pillars of blockchain. For some reason, I can't remember all 5 words. Distribution, encryption, immutability, tokenization, and decentralization. Um, when when you create the code and create essentially probably a limitless or a backdoor to where you can make more, um, you're really going against what makes the blockchain sound, and in my opinion, what actually gives it value. And what
Yeah.
gives it value is decentralization. Um, there will probably always be that need in this world for physical currency, and centralized hubs. Like, there will always be that balance, no matter what. But I think we can all come to a place where it's like, man, we need these decentralized projects to make it, and to exist and work for the people. And I do mean everybody on that. I don't. There's no more. I wrote this down the other day. It was like governments and banks and central banks and all these, and then I wrote people at the end of it. And circle people, and it's like, what do all these things have in common? People. It's all of
Yeah.
us. And as much as we kind of mock them, and we're kind of like, man, you guys are so late to the show. I think these big players, Dad, are clearly been going on it for years, and they've built the infrastructure. It's not just a blueprint anymore. I mean, I'm
No.
looking at maps and plans of companies that are going to merge and connect, and it's countries adopting. It's
Yeah.
and so I guess long story short of that is, when you don't have that complete blockchain, you don't, it doesn't have, it's not strong decentralized, project. It's centralized. So what do you got? You got tokens. Okay, you got digital tokens that you're distributing how you see fit, and then telling everybody that those things have value. And in a lot of cases, will probably, you know, make their people have to use it.
Oh yeah.
Whether they get incentivized to change over or not. It's like, you do
Yeah.
this, or you're getting taxed, or worse. So
The beauty is we now have I say it a lot. We now have the answer for tyranny, and it's called crypto.
yeah.
However, crypto can be very enslaving. we
Uh-huh.
it's You need to have coins that they can't mess with, and you need to figure out which ones those are. And own them. And I I've always talked on this show about being diversified because you don't know which ones they're going to adopt, and you don't know which ones they're going to shove in your face. And a lot of great people in this space that I listen to often have no idea what's going on in the background with Ripple and banking institutions around the world. And they're massive crypto channels. Like, they have no idea. Like, oh, that XRP thing, that thing's dead. They don't read the stuff we read. They have no idea what's coming to the banking system. They think that, oh, we're all just going to trade our little Cardano coins and we're going to exist without the world. It's like, no, man, they're enslaving us with this stuff. Okay. They just are. And it's not going to always be successful. It just won't. I think they're going to fail a lot. Government agencies always fail. There was that little thing that happened in 2020 where everybody was supposed to get, I don't know, 25 shots and 2 more every year or something like that. I don't know how many people even went along with the whole thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people were just like, no, I smell a rat, or I smell tyranny, you know, and I don't want to go down that road. That's not what I'm trying to say here at all live. What I'm trying to say is they aren't ever going to enslave us.
No.
AI is not going to enslave us. They're going to try and use a centralized coin process to do their dirty work again. They are. But we're not going to fall for it. Right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
E-Tech, I'm loving the comments, brother. I'm 73, been waiting for this all my life. You will have the centralized, but the cat is out of the bag. Decentralized will win.
Always.
The next 1 year will shock the world. Blockchain adoption will change everything.
Totally agree.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. This next 5% of people getting in is where the face melting off happens.
I listened to a show the other day, and it was 2 young guys, and they were like, yeah, well, those baby boomers just don't understand crypto. And I was laughing, going, man, whatever. You're right. I mean, percentage wise, most of them don't. But I will tell you, there's a bunch of us that do. And it makes me really happy to see somebody my age or older understand crypto, because this is not an easy concept. And it's so much easier just to go along with your life the way it is and just, okay, well, I'm part of the system. Do you understand? Okay. It's easy for you if you're 30 or 40 years old. We weren't born with computers. Okay. Like, we didn't understand that. And we had to learn it late in life. And for somebody to be older and get it, like you guys get it, that's a big leap, guys. That's a big leap for a lot of people my age and older. So yeah, I love hearing stories like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
I love it. Landon was just telling me his dad got him into it. So cool.
Daryl said the government has just passed a digital ID. It's not going to work, man. I'm sorry. There's going to be a ton of Aussies that aren't in that system. Most Aussies I know, they wouldn't be any part of that thing. And I've met a bunch of in yachting, there's a lot of Aussies.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I farmed, I fought, I learned, I got it. Yeah, nice. Yep.
Yeah, Pablo, I'm 38. We're kind of right in the middle. This is we're at the controls. We're certainly at the dashboard, you know, in the world. We're that working force. And what are we working towards? You know, what are we fighting for? And it was pouring out of me the other night. It's prosperity for us. It's us building community first and foremost, so that we can all be strong. We can be strong
Yeah.
together, and co-create, and support the right projects. We were just talking about centralization and decentralization. That balance, it has been very, very skewed. Um, and I think it's so skewed that it's hard for a lot of people to wrap their mind around crypto not just being this centralized, same old business. It's just stock. It's nerd coin.
Yeah.
It's poo coin, poo coin. It,
Yeah.
the pendulum swinging the other direction, and when people do hit that next 5% of adoption, and then everybody kind of knows how it works and what decentralization actually is, and peer-to-peer trade, man,
Yeah.
huge. And,
So
and,
good.
and I'm sure there will be a lot of, we're hearing it with the EU. We're probably going to have a lot of laws that we've got to, get around and work amongst. I'm not going to put that out there. I take that back. I don't want to see that happen. Because again, I want us to be prosperous in it together. And I want the people to use it, not just hold it.
Yeah.
You're going to have your top 10 that you hold, but what are the ones that we are all going to use? What are the ones that aren't invented yet that are going to be face
Yeah.
melters?
Yeah.
I'm excited for all that. I'm
Yeah. Me
excited
too.
to I'm excited to see you all do well in this. This
Yeah.
is like, the people I talk to and the friends that I've made through our channel, Dad, is eh, awesome.
Yeah.
You're all just awesome every time. Like, having a
We,
conversation with
we,
any of you, I love you. Um, I'm putting out prosperity for us, and it sure looks like it's coming. Somebody was talking about, the bull hasn't even started yet, Dad. If you
yeah.
look where we're at on the chart, in comparison to other runs, we're right at that crazy little dipping point to where it goes.
Right. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, is it going to happen like that? Probably not, but maybe,
Yeah. Let
maybe,
me let me
maybe.
react to what you just said, Brent, because all that's really great points. One
Hmm.
of one of the things, especially like XRP Golden Age and some of the other people that are mentioned in here, the one thing you can't get is time. You can't buy time. That's one of the things we really get lost in our lifetime is our job. What are you? Who are you? Oh, I'm a plumber. I'm a electrician. I'm this. I do that. What do you want to be? That's what I always saw crypto as being. I saw crypto as being the next best opportunity. And now I see it as the single greatest opportunity in 100 years, in my opinion, that where people are going to be able to get their life back. They're going to be able to say, you know what? I don't have to do that today because I don't feel like it. I feel like doing this instead. What is life worth? It's worth time and what you want to do with it, what you want to create, who you want to spend the time with. If you want to go fishing every day, like somebody commented, I'm going to fish and I'm going to fish some more. Yeah, I've been there, man. I was a fisherman. That's what I did. And
Yeah.
it's you do you. And this affords more people than any investment in the history of man to do what the hell you feel like doing. And time, baby, it gets you time. And use it wisely, invest it wisely, and enjoy life because it's coming right at us, man. Like you just said, Brent, we're just starting this bear or this bull market. And I
Mhm.
really don't even think this bull market's going to end like the other ones did. We're not going to have a 90% drop. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's even possible going
Hmm.
forward. I don't. How is BlackRock going to sell 90% of their coins? But they can't. Like, that's not physically possible. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really important that we figure out who we are, what you mean to your society, if you even care about what your society is doing, or what you mean to each other. But I know this group is the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
I simply got a phone, stuck it in my face, and we just started shooting video, Brent. And that's what we did. And we just said who we are, not what I want to be one day, what we are today, where we're going, what we're all going to be together.
Yes.
And I can't even tell you guys what a pleasure it's been to be around you guys. I know many of you now personally. Any of you going to Vegas, we're going to have a blast, and we're going to have a lot of fun by the pool. We're going to hang out and just talk about your life and my life and our lives together. And I want to hear about your life, not my boring ass life. Yeah.
You got an awesome life, Dad. Y'all should
Well,
ask me
yeah,
about it.
they've heard about most of it.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'm soon to be a retired woman. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. I have I think I can announce this. What? It's just amongst friends and family here.
Yeah.
That a girl. Nice, Joanna.
I love it.
We there's only 100 of us in here. So yeah, I can announce this.
Nice.
Many of you know who Molly Elmo is.
Mhm.
Molly will
Elmore?
be at, what's that?
Elmore?
Elmo, isn't it?
Elmo.
Molly Elmo? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Molly's going to be at our party in Vegas. She's going to attend. She just texted me today and said, yeah, man, I'm going to Vegas, baby. I'm like, yes, girl. So Molly's going to be in the house. We're going to do some interviews with her. And also every single one of you I want to talk with that's going to Vegas and who's in the chat. So it's going to be fun. And yeah. Yes, yeah, Molly is good human. Elmore, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was Elmo. I don't know where I got that from.
The guy from
Elmo's
Sesame
like
Street?
a little puppet thing, isn't it? Elmo is like
it looks like Molly's doing videos again too, right? Didn't she take like a little
Yeah. I saw her doing more, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're glad to have you back, Molly. Can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to meet you. My dad said awesome things. And yeah, we're talking about doing a video with her. Not even about crypto stuff, but life stuff.
Yeah, spiritual person. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all about it. Simon's trying to find a plane ticket. Yes.
I got a little plan for you, Simon. Text my wife. Yes. Joanna, thank you. Put her link up there. Clever Hummingbird is her channel name. You guys all know who Molly is. She's gonna be hanging with the crew. She's got a good soul on her. She's not just crypto lady. She's like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Slave. Her last couple of vids were pretty freaky. I like freaky. Yeah. Don't mind it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm subscribed too.
The thing that hit me the hardest about was Molly when I met her was she just looked right at me and just goes, so what are we gonna do? And I was like, that's a loaded question. Where's she going with this? And I'm thinking to myself, I go, well, what do you mean? We're gonna have a cocktail and talk about it. She goes, that's what I was hoping you were gonna say. But she and I just started talking, and the next thing you know, her soul comes out right on her sleeve, and just you can tell she's a real human being. And then she started doing personal coaching and life coaching for other people, and that's really up my alley. And that's she and I really have that in common. So we're going to do a bunch of interviews going forward, obviously, but I just really want to talk about who she is and what kind of person she is and what kind of people we are in the crew. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm
Lisa
excited
A
to
in the
just see
house.
what's going on. I'm excited there to go there and shoot video with the crew. That's just hanging out and talking to you guys. Really, why I'm going. It's seminar should be pretty cool. You know, probably
Yeah,
some really good announcements. You know,
yeah,
visual presentations. Uh, Hopefully, some drinks will be served. You know, sounds like a smashing good time. But I'm coming to see people like you
yeah.
and hang out with
No,
my
we're
dad.
gonna have a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a freaking blast. Nobody's
Uh,
stopping us.
no. Uh, yeah, she's very genuine. She reminds me of my wife in the sense that she's very to the point. It's not with Molly, there's no like sugar coating, frosting it, like boom, we're talking about this right now. I want to know what you think about that. And I like that about her. And anyway, really cool stuff.
We're gonna shout out our community, our fellow contenters here. Um, we got Ghost Money in the house.
Ghost
Um,
Money.
I love your videos, man. I love how you put them together. And I love you. So everybody check him out. We also had Money Paradise jump in here. That's Cody. He Our last chat, dude, was spiritually off the charts. Like it actually changed me back into kind of the version of myself that I find to be tippy top, you know, that I'm just like, if I could be one way, if I could just lock into myself. And, you know, we
Yeah.
talked about psychic energy. We talked about all sorts of really cool stuff. Um, and so you get a little bit of all of that with Cody's channel, which has been really fun. He's doing some high concept stuff, and I can't wait to see him and encourage him to go, you know, deep on crypto, deep in his spiritual life, um, like the kind of stuff that he and his wife are into. I think is just awesome. Can't wait to be a part of that. Um, and then we had Simon and Melissa in here. They started a channel recently that is just a Dipito channel. So Dipito is not going to be on Simon Says Crypto anymore. They're going to start posting it this week, probably this Wednesday, or so they said. So look and subscribe to Dipito also. Those guys are awesome. They just did a couple videos getting through and actually somebody putting out video about taxes and having just some awesome debates
Yeah.
on all of that and awesome ideas. I really appreciate them. So I mean, we're always spreading love around here. Gotta spread
Yeah.
it around. And for any of you who end up coming, you know, to something like this, like and want to talk to people and want to share and have a lot to discuss, you know, we're gonna help you too. We're gonna support you. You know, and it's having those conversations, like like this last week with Cody, just as he was getting going, was so fun.
Yeah.
It's my dad said it earlier. It's been such a blessing in our life. You know, this is one of the coolest things I've ever done, and
Yeah.
and I've done a lot of really cool stuff. Like a lot of really, I've had a really cool life, and
Yeah.
this is as good. This is as good as I've done. Um, you know, helping build this community. and bringing us all together. I love our Sundays. I
Yeah, it's good.
love it.
Uh, I don't know if any of you have heard of this channel. He's kind of small, but his information is really good. I don't like too many channels that just talk about the news, but he kind of brings up the news and what's going on. But he's pretty much, somebody sent me his link and said, check this dude out. And it's called Fill My Bags. And I've only seen 2 of his episodes and I was blown away. I was like, man, this guy's sharp. He's pretty good. I like him a lot. I like his content. I like his approach and the way he does stuff. He talks about stuff in a different way. He must be in finance somehow, because I really appreciate that show. I'm just getting started what he's doing, but anyway,
Sorry,
it's called Fill My Bags.
Fill My Bags.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I heard him say that he wanted to interview a bunch of the people that watch his show. And I said, dude, that's my idea. But yeah, I love it. I love shows that are like that. You know what I mean?
Shane, much love, bro. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Money Paradise.
Yeah, Atlantic. It will be surreal to see this thing. To know what we all know now, to have the experiences that we've gone through, to have 2.5 years, essentially the entire time we've had this channel, being in that bear market, and for this thing to just jump out of the hole, and climb up the tree is gonna be so fun. I mean, I can't even imagine just knowing what we're all knowing about it now, and how our minds are expanding around the different ideas, and the different innovations that are showing up, and being grafted into these ledgers and blockchains. We are on the precipice. This is going to be really awesome. I'm really happy to be doing it with all of you. So fun. So fun.
Yeah. So I don't know if he knows this or not yet, but yeah, we're going to kidnap Simon. He's going to be in Vegas too. Melissa from Dip a Toe, the other hostess, she's going to be there. And let's see, Zach is going to be at the pool with us Thursday night. So, and his lovely wife. I won't use her name right now. That's up to him. I don't hear him ever talk about his wife, so I don't give that out. But anyway, so far, that's the gang that's going to be there, and all you fine people. We're going to have Northern Living's going to be there. I know that much for sure. Yep. There's a bunch of people going. I know. Yeah.
And for those who aren't, we're making it a point to shoot video there. We didn't do a whole lot last seminar we went to, but this is a whole different beast. It's got to be done. So yeah, morning, noon, and night, with the documentary, and then Patreon stuff.
Yeah,
it's gotta happen. We want you all to be a part of it. We want.
We're going to do a lot of interviews when we're there. But a lot of it's just going to be standing around people talking about, all of it, life in general. But I want to cut those up and make episodes to where people can watch them at their own leisure. It's not just going to be about Vegas. I got the chickens pecking at the door again, for God's sakes. I don't know what it is. I got Bruno Man here, and he's not even chasing the birds away.
Can we get a visual confirmation of the chicken death?
Yeah, it's sort of
appreciate it.
Well, there's Bruno on the bed, right? He's
a good boy.
A life of luxury. So there's the chickens pecking on the door.
Not too far away from the pig feed.
No. So you got the rooster, and there's a hen there, and there's one in the background there. But The dog, who should be scaring them off, is, well, it's break time, clearly, with
Yeah.
Bruno right there. So,
I'm gonna have a little Easter nap.
yeah, hopefully you guys didn't get too seasick on that one. But okay. I really I want to talk before we get off the air today. I want to talk about what it means to be at the end of your bull market, or when your dream or your number come in. Okay. And that's really what I want to focus about when I'm in Vegas. I really want to talk to people about how is it going to change your life? Because I don't care about what Ripple does 20 years from now. I remember, let's talk about what I was talking about earlier, which is time. What is your life going to be? What is a fulfilled life to you? What does that mean when you're my age and much older, and you look back? What does a fulfilled life mean to you? And those are the kind of things that I really want to get from people. Like, a lot of us don't know, and a lot of us don't know until we have the money or we have the freedom. But those are the kind of things that I really am excited to hear from people. So those are easy things. I don't need your prediction on XRP. I don't need your, what you think of Brad Garling. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, hey, how is this going to change your life? And how can we stay in touch? Mainly, if this bull run is half of what I think it's going to be, I think next year's XRP show is going to be massive. But if this bull run is half as big as I really think it's going to be, I'd say within a year from now, there's going to be many meetups that Brent and I will be planning throughout the nation, because it's going to be financially viable for a lot of people to meet up in a lot of different really cool places. Now, I know we touched on that last week, but it's really going to be cool, because I know virtually everybody in this chat right here would like to be in Vegas, and I know they're not everybody's going to be there. And it's a shame to me that money keeps us apart, and it's just, our lives shouldn't be that way, right? That's the freedom of future of crypto. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Salutation from Costa Rica. Good to see you
Coco
here.
Farm. A cocoa farm must be like billions of dollars. I don't know if you guys know what happened to the cocoa prices. I follow commodity prices, and it's like up, I don't know, 5 or 10,000% this year alone. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Channel loves Bruno. We love our Bruno. That's a good dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to our Canadians too. And Costa Ricans. And wherever y'all are tuning in from.
We're everywhere. The crew's everywhere.
Yeah, we are. Big hello to everybody. Very happy Easter to you all. I hope you had an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
I love it. We got 100 in the chat, Dad.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good turnout.
Sure. These are our people.
100 people in this family. Oh, there's thousands in this family, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solar eclipse, April 8th. Cody, what are you going to do for that? Are you doing anything different? Are you going to stay inside and wear a tinfoil hat? Or are you going to, you going to do anything fun? There's a lot of people freaking out about it. Like,
oh, that's the April.
I don't want
people are talking about.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I follow I follow
That's
it.
100.
What?
160 acres for 40K of a cocoa farm.
Whoa.
No way. No, 40K says. Hectare, those are like 2 acres, right? Hectares are 2 acres, I believe. Wow. That's cheap. Man, I need to get me a cocoa farm.
Right? Hey,
Not that, not the
thanks
kind
for
of coke
joining
you were
with us,
thinking.
Kennedy. Appreciate it. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
We're all about the love in here. Love for each other, love for blockchain tech, and whatever other tools come along that can help us be prosperous. And you know, keep building towards something really special, because this economic system, this game, has not been very special to a
Yeah.
great many, and it should be, should be any system. It's a tool, and it
Yeah.
should work for the people. And when it doesn't, that don't make no sense, Ricky. It don't make
No.
no sense. I don't like it. Um, so yeah, about promoting the love.
Connect. I was just kind of wondering, why did you even look into El Salvador, or or wondering why you skipped by that one, or maybe you've already been there and didn't think it was for you.
Goofy, good to see you. Financial sovereignty and freedom from tyranny. That's right. This is, you
Let's hope
said it better
we're
than I
getting
did.
there. Getting there.
Yeah.
That's one thing I know that wealth does bring. Yeah, there's when you reach a level of wealth, nothing's in your name anymore. You're not responsible for anything. It's all in a corporate name. And so therefore you are more free. I know it sounds weird because you have a lot more financial obligations, but yes, you are more free when you're more wealthy, because then you can pay accountants to make you a ghost. And that's what you do. That's what you do. And then all those little financial problems and taxation and all those other little issues go away, because that's a corporate issue, not a personal, individual, sovereign person's issue, right? You become a company instead of a man and a person. Then you get to live the life that you wish or you dream. And that's what one of the bigger lessons I learned from most of the very wealthy people that I've seen, the way they've run their lives. And that's one of the benefits. And it's a beautiful thing. And I hope it comes to all of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Become a ghost. It's
Everybody
not that
talks
hard
to
to do,
you
believe it or
help.
not.
Thunder
Well,
planning on feeding the poor in the Philippines. I love
nice.
that. My very first project I ever did, as far as like donating or creating money for different nations, we did different like types of jewelry, and we made stuff through our school. We sold it, and then we used the profits to send school supplies to the Philippines, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, and then the universe pays it back. One of my very best friends in the whole wide world is Filipino, so it's how we. It's it all comes around. It all
Yeah.
comes around. Um, Helping is the name of the game, Eric. That's right. J Dan, good to see you in. Um, yeah. Um,
That's it. Golden age, become a trust. We're going to, oh, by the way, we have many different people who do those kind of things professionally in the background, that when we all do better in life financially and when the bull is raging, we're going to do a lot more to, if you're interested, helping people find personal and financial freedoms and how to protect themselves and how to deal with their newfound wealth. And all of that will be coming up in the future on this channel. So we know a lot of people and we meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of people probably in this chat that already know a lot about it, and they can help the rest of this people in the crew. And that's what we do. So it's going to be fun. Yeah.
I love it, J Dan. Learning to use private trusts, corporations, and whole life policies as private bank is the way to go. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
good idea.
It is too. Yeah, it's
I'm
good stuff.
excited. I'm excited to really understand those things more. That's for sure. Um,
Yeah.
Definitely part of our future.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. What is it?
that's so cool.
XRP slave, is it Yoshida's gold? Man, it's been 20 years since I was into all that stuff. Yoshida, I think, or something like that's gold. They claim it's buried all over the Philippines and all throughout Asia.
Golden
Yeah.
age, dude. 4 years in.
Yeah.
Wise man
Yeah.
myself. I will get there.
Yeah.
Um,
That we're going to do a lot of fun financial stuff for you guys. Not me personally, but we are, yeah, going to involved in that. But I'm still sussing out who we're going to use. I mean, that we have a kind of a team in the background already set up, and I really trust them. But I got to make sure that I got to go through it with them, and because I would never recommend anybody do anything unless I've done it first, and that's just how I operate. Yeah, yeah. Yoshida's gold. That's what it was. Yeah, I read about it. That was 20. I used to be a big time gold bug, guys. Big time. That used to be, my answer. Dig a bunker, get some lead and some gold, and
yeah.
wait.
Anyway,
I was talking with a gold bug the other day, and I talked him out of being one, and he was like, "I never heard anybody put it like that before." He might even be watching the show. Actually, I met him at a lumber mill, Rusty, and he started watching our channel. But
nice.
he was laughing, going, "Well, I just got a bunch of gold, and that I'm good with that. I don't need no crypto." And I was like, "Well," I said, there's some real issues with gold, And he's like, "Yeah, like what?" And I said, "Well, okay, let me just point out a couple of things. Your lights are on at your house. That just says I got gold." By the way, I got gold. If you're driving your truck to the supermarket and back, that means, hey, I got gold. I got gold right here in the truck because I'm going to buy something because I'm the only guy that has gas in my truck. And he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, man, no, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're probably going to block the road waiting for you on the way back from said store because they know you got the gold stuff. I said, "Man, we don't want to go that route." Yeah. Yeah. Let's not go that route.
No.
Yeah. That Mad Max world is not good. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Wayne. Yeah, you can come see Bruno, man. That's hilarious. Bruno has his own following.
He does. He does.
He's the real deal, man. He really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. He's so loving, he's obnoxious. Let's put it to you like that.
He is a sweetheart.
Yeah. All right, Brent, let's get out of here.
Let's do it. Everybody go enjoy your Sunday. Again, happy Easter. We love you all. We're so fortunate to be a part of this with you. We really are, and we talk about it a lot because it's true. And we're excited to meet all of you someday and talk to all of you. And my dad and I are a pretty good hang, so there's nothing off limits, nothing we don't want to have
No.
conversations about, or very few things rather. But yeah, this is gonna be so fun. Vegas is gonna be fun, and then yeah, like my dad was saying, like we've been talking about, we're gonna try to make some trips happen across the U.S. for sure. So we're dad and I love the road, and we both love to travel, and we both love you guys. So that's what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
With our crypto and this channel, we want to be there physically with you. This is why I'm getting so jacked for Vegas, Dad. Getting jacked.
Yeah, me too. We're we're way more fun. I don't know what it is. Our shows are pretty good live and whatnot, but like
Mhm.
we're a better hang in person.
Oh
We can
yeah.
talk about anything, and we do, and mostly about spiritual stuff or who you are and what you are all about. And it's impossible for me to actually talk with people when we're on the camera like this. So yeah, yeah. Everybody have a great Easter and enjoy yourself, and pet your dog, love your dog and
Yeah.
kids and wife and all the rest of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and don't miss dip a toe. Yeah, this Wednesday. Um,
Hmm.
Simon and Melissa do great work.
Conscious Contact was on here today, Dad.
Nice.
He
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 will be in Vegas.
he will.
Oh yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait for you.
yeah. That's where you met him. Um, he's got
Those
a
of
cool
you who
channel. It's a really cool channel. Everybody.
He's the real deal, man. He's the
Yeah.
real deal. Love that guy. He and I soul are one. There's just I met him the first day I met him. I was like, man, look at this dude. This guy, it's like I'm looking in the mirror, you know?
Hmm.
And I don't mean physically, the guy's ripped and buff and yeah, but I don't mean it like that. I mean it like just identical souls. The way he sees the world, the way he sees life is just so beautiful. And better than the way I see the life, actually, and which is always so refreshing when you meet somebody that really enlightens you and expands your consciousness. It's really cool stuff. All
Yeah.
right. Uh,
Thank you for helping us expand, crew. Um, love you too, Cody. You were that friend for me, big time, man. You were helping me expand. I can't be more grateful.
yeah.
All right, everybody. Say, Dad.
Thanks for one. Thank you for the compliments. All right, guys. With that, we are.